Welcome teachers and colleagues to another How To with Canvas video. I'm excited to show you how to create an assignment today in Canvas. There are three ways I'd like to show you, and the first way is actually using the assignment button, so pretty simple. Second way is my probably favorite way, which is using modules. And lastly, you could also create an assignment with the calendar. And let's get started with the assignments button. So on the navigation on the side, click on assignments. Then remember last time we created classwork, homework, and retakeable quizzes categories. These are, think of your groups in Canvas, but they are the gradebook categories. Each of them has their own plus button. You can see it on this side. The homework, for example, again, plus button. Retakeable quizzes has the plus button. So let's click on the blue button. So as soon as I clicked on that big blue button, on top, remember this is the navigation to know where you are in Canvas. So we were under assignment and we just clicked to create the new assignment. This is where you type the assignment name and then directions will go here. Now, if you scroll down, follow the steps, you enter points of your choice. This is where you can change the assignment group just by clicking here. If I want classwork, it stays there. I prefer the letter grade for students to be displayed once they have a grade. And we have to decide on submission type. I will talk about it in a moment. You can leave those as default. Do not click them yet since you haven't decided. And you definitely have options to assign to different people, but right now we want to assign to everyone. If you're not sure on the due date, leave it blank. And as you scroll down, you would see few other options. If you're not familiar, you could select it now or leave it blank as the default. And then here's your save and publish. Okay, when I go back to the submission type, it is very important to decide what your submission type will be. Right now, if you say no submission, that means the students are not submitting the assignment electronically to you with some kind of something they have to do with their computer. You could also say online. That means you would give them different options, or Canvas will provide different options. We'll see those in a moment. And on paper, it's useful when you created an assignment and the students have to hand you the paper, so you would know and they would know, oh, I have to turn that into the teacher directly, but I don't have to do it with Canvas. And lastly, the other type is external to, which I will reserve for a different video. It is really, really cool though. So the most common used submission type is online, and that's what I chose. So I want to show you that kids that directly type in Canvas and use different rich text editor things. So you could click that. They could send you a website if you have given them a different thing, so they could just copy the website and submit it to you. Specifically a recording, media, or a file upload. If you're not sure, basically just don't click any of it, so all these will be available. But if you are for sure knowing what you want them to do, then you would click it, so that will limit their options when they submit. And lastly, make sure you save and publish. If you do not do any of it, you will lose all the work that you were just doing, especially if you have really nice directions to the students. So definitely make sure you're saving and publishing. Once you press save, you could see that whatever you name the assignment, the points, everything will go under whatever you created. And if you change your mind, you simply hold on to these and drag it to the other location. So it's that easy. I also want to show you the difference of actually starting with the plus buttons. And let's just say starting with the plus and see how is it different. So I decided to click with the plus under the retakeable quizzes, and you will see this pop-up. It's going to tell you that you decided to add an assignment, But this time it's going to also ask you, I didn't talk about it earlier, is what kind of an assignment do you want? So we will stay under assignment. There's other options, of course, because remember that assignment is actually, it's our grade book. So we could be adding different types of Canvas assignments, they're calling them, but they could be also discussions, quizzes, and others, like I said, including not graded. If you wanted to make an assignment that is called the syllabus without using the syllabus that the Canvas has, then you could also do that. Now, as you can see here, you set up the date, the due date, and the points, and then you can save and publish, but you didn't do any directions. So you have to go with more options, and then you'll be able to see exactly what I was showing you earlier. And I wanted to show you some examples of different types of assignments. For example, this assignment name, I could see it from the top, and I know it's an assignment just by following what is showing all the way at the top. So I was very specific into the summer school. We had every day different things. So I called this, for example, day 7 attendance, and then I gave them directions. This is where the direction I was showing that you would type for the students to do. And after I gave them that, I gave them steps of how to submit it. So step 1, press the blue submit button to begin. Step 2, type your answer. Step 3, press submit assignment to finish this activity. So we be very specific. So teach the kids how to submit the assignment. This one was 1 point, and I selected a text entry. Here's another example of a different type of assignment. I wrote the name will be here. These are the directions I gave to students. I had to teach them how to make a copy, but this was already being taught. And this time they had to do a file upload. So those are different things. So they had to create something externally on BuzzMath, and they had to do something. Now, if you change your mind, one thing I did not show you is you want to select the edit button, either here or back in assignments. There's always edit, and every time you edit, you have to save. Here's an example of an assignment that is more elaborated with more colorful with steps, and I embedded a video, and this was all done under assignments, and then step 2 and on. So I give them specific steps to follow, and then they would have done something after that under the what type of things you have to do, like submit a file, for example. So let's move to the second way of adding an assignment. And remember, assignment could be an assignment that is a discussion, an actual assignment, a quiz, or anything. So if you are under modules, then you should have created the module first. For example, right now I have a week 1 module created, and then there are some assignments that I've created already. But all you have to do is click on the plus button, and you will have a pop-up to where it says add an assignment. When you click, you will recognize some of the things that we're showing. It doesn't have to be only assignment, it could be other things, including in this case, it says a text header, and that will be for modules. So you can organize that, and then after that, you could add in that module, or you can start with a new assignment. And then you would indent, meaning like to organize it so to look pleasing. And lastly, I want to show you how to add assignments with calendar. So for this, you want to go to the major navigation where you're out of the course, and you click on calendar icon. Once you click on the calendar, you can change your preferences. I don't add, honestly, assignments through calendar because I have a lot of courses. So notice you have to click the course you want to create the assignment on the side, or you could do it with multiple courses. And then you want to use the plus button. And after you click, you would see a pop-up again, and you want to, if you create an event, then you will stay on event. If I wanted to create an assignment, then you want to click here, and then again, you're starting with a title, due date, It tells you where it's gonna be. That was the name of my class that I picked on the side. It matches. And then the category, what kind of, remember group means in the grade book. So is it gonna be classwork, homework, so you wanna follow all that. And if you do submit, it's gonna be an empty assignment. There won't be any direction. So you wanna go with more options. That will be my recommendation if you choose to do adding assignment with calendar. And this is a recap. I hope you enjoyed this video. We learned 3 different ways of adding an assignment. Basically, you will get used to it. I promise you, the more you work with Canvas and ask questions and get help, either with the guide or with videos, you'll get more comfortable. I want to remind you also to subscribe. I will be posting other videos and using that playlist. So if somebody else created a great assignment, a great video, that I would put it in that same playlist, so you could also take advantage of basically my curation of what I think are good videos. So hopefully you're enjoying my videos as well.